What if everything you're seeing in the market right now is specifically designed for you to sell at the worst possible time? While retail panicked during last week's dump, I spotted something interesting on the Solana blockchain. Massive accumulation patterns. The same patterns that have repeated before and resulted into an easy 5 to 10x. There are 3 coins showing the strongest signals right now. I'm going to break down the data behind every single one of them. By the way, guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm the original creator of Stockchain. I have built the entire app of Stockchain. Now I am no longer working on that application, so I'm now starting my own, which is Look on Sol. And when you arrive on the app, the first thing you have access to is the live DCA feed. It is available for free currently. And because it is a new app and it's still in development, we only have 2 tools available, which is the DCA feed and the Meteora feed. But let me show you what I've spotted recently that is very interesting and why I am buying right now. The first coin that I want to talk about is Fartcoin. And what we see in Fartcoin is absolutely mental. We see wallets accumulating $192,000 of Fartcoin. This wallet here, $90,000, $133,000, $160,000, $300,000. He didn't complete it. He completed 50%. So 50% of $300,000 is still a $150,000 buy. Now, these are absolutely crazy numbers. And this happened specifically when the market is in maximum fear. On the Fear and Greed Index, we can see the market has just been getting worse and worse and worse. And we have been in absolute extreme fear. I would say maximum fear, never seen before. 10 or 11 consecutive days. So while this is happening, while the fear is building and the market is dumping, and when we reach near a bottom, is where we are seeing these patterns emerge, which is this pattern, is the Fartcoin accumulation pattern. You can see 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, not so much 2 weeks ago. As the fear increased, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Let me open the Fartcoin page. And on this page, you can see the cumulative DCA volume or the net DCA volume over a certain time period. And this is related over the chart. So you can see the chart has been going down from $360 million in market cap all the way down to $180 million. So that's a 50% drop. And we can see not so much DCA accumulation happening. There's buying, there's selling. But then as the market gets super fearful, the accumulation pattern happens, especially here in the final drop. When it was maximum fear, that is when it, boom, it just shoots up. And a total of $2.33 million gets accumulated. Now, let me open the Fartcoin chart. You can just see this is the dip that I was talking about. This is the period where we had the maximum accumulation. Go to the 1-day chart. It's here. Like the chart is literally bottomed. And if you have been a follower of this channel, if you are a follower of me on my Twitter account or my Telegram, you know this exact same pattern repeated around here. And this is where I told everyone to buy. I was live on a webinar at that time. I told people there's crazy accumulation happening on Fartcoin. I spoke about it on Twitter, spoke about it in my Telegram, and I was buying around here, and I held, and I started selling around the $1 billion in market cap, but it did a 5x in total. And from the absolute bottom, I believe it did a 6x. Yeah, this is a 7. It was around the 6x, 5 to 6x. I cashed out around the 5x. Now, these are the plays you can just play with a lot of money. This, in my opinion, is a relatively safe way to trade. Even though it's risky, I'm not a financial advisor. We are still dealing with crypto. It's very volatile. But in my opinion, this is a relatively safe bet for me personally to take. You do with that information as you please. The second coin to look at, I would say, is useless. We are also seeing a massive accumulation pattern on useless, especially the last days. So let me zoom in on the chart. So here you can just see in one day, we go from 100K accumulated to 1.2 million. So more than $1 million gets accumulated by the whales. Again, as we are coming out of the bottom, as we are coming out of maximum fear in the market. Now, this is a side note and I find interesting to see as well. This is not one of the coins I'm personally invested in, but Mon from Monad, from the Monad chain, is also getting accumulated. It is not getting accumulated to the same extent as Fartcoin as I would like to see. I would love to see $1 million being accumulated. But it is good to see this inflow and it is worth looking at. Now, another coin that I personally am looking at, which I believe has a high accumulation pattern compared to its market cap, is Dupe. And what I see in this pattern is that Dupe gets accumulated, Useless gets accumulated, ARK is also seeing an accumulation recently. So it was being sold by whales, by the smart money, but that completely reversed and we see this massive peak of accumulation in the last few hours. And Clad as well, which is also an AI coin. So I'm seeing high accumulation patterns amongst AI coins, and this one to me is very interesting as well, because we see that 65K was accumulated, but the market cap is only around $20 million currently. So when you compare that to Fartcoin, which is at $300 million in market cap, like this is far more substantial. You do have to look at that a little bit relatively. But I can see an AI season brewing, an on-chain AI season, with Fartcoin being one of the major runners. I think Useless is a really good coin to look at as well. And then we have Clad AI, we have Dupe, and I would pay attention to the whole AI coins ecosystem at the current state. Start my research there and see if there are more tokens that are being accumulated. Now that's it for this video. I hope this video was helpful to you. Make sure to check the links in the description as my tool will be in it, as well as my Twitter account and my Telegram if you do wish to follow me. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one.